There we go. Got to brighten myself up. Uh-oh.
You over there setting the mood for yourself?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
What's good?
What's up? What's good? Uh-oh. Let's get that there. Let's get that more clear. Okay. What's up and what's good? And welcome to Loc'D On Sports 216
216.
with me,
Yeah.
K the host, and along with me, Mr. EC Sean C.
What up, what up, what up?
What's good? What's going on with you?
Man, another great day in the
Yeah.
land of Cleveland. Let's go.
Yes. Let's definitely go. Let's go. Today, we're going to talk about the Cavaliers. We're going to talk about some NC2As, Final Four weekend coming up for the men's and ladies.
Okay.
And we have our first guest on Loc'D On Sports. First guest
Yes.
coming on later
Official.
on. The president of the Cleveland Golden Gloves and president of the Ohio State former Boxers Hall of Fame, Rick Lozada, will be on later on, probably around 7:30.
Oh, excited. That's
Yes,
what's up.
yes,
We get to talk some boxing.
yes.
I just
And
hope you
other
don't
than that,
ask him all the questions. I just want to ask him one question about the upcoming fight. That's all.
okay, no doubt. And also, we had some stuff I never thought was going to happen. Remember we talked about it Monday?
Which we talked about a lot on Monday. We talked about a lot.
Donald Trump getting indicted.
Oh, you talking about the history made. Yeah, okay. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever side you're on, we're not here to push the needle
debate or
either
nothing
way.
like that.
But
I said it wasn't going to happen. And they shut
here
me
we
up.
are. History.
Here we are.
History has been made. Yeah, I really didn't think it was gonna go this far, but it's happened, and the long process has begun. Like nothing's gonna happen immediately, but wow. That's all I can say.
That's
Wow.
what I said. I was like, man. I was like, what? Really?
Yeah, like breaking news. Like if you're watching this in the future, like this just happened. We're right before we came on, like an hour ago.
Yes.
So,
I'm shocked.
Yeah. Big shocked.
I'm definitely in shock. I was like, I didn't think they had it in them to do it.
No. And I honestly, like I said before, I didn't think they had enough to really just go this far with it. Right. Honestly. But once again, like I say, here we are.
Yes. What's good, Ronnie Fields? Shout out to Ronnie Fields, aka DJ Ronnie Cash.
What up?
We're gonna get you on Mad Monday soon, because now we got to hook up and you got to hook up and you could do your thing on them turntables during the show. So we're gonna definitely make that happen. Yeah, we definitely trying to get it. No doubt. Definitely trying to get it. For sure. We got it.
Go ahead.
Oh, what you was gonna say?
I'm gonna let you handle business because I got a couple questions. Because yeah, it's so exciting in Cleveland right now, like I said. But I got a question for you after you do the business, handle the business.
Okay, first off, we're gonna go to our disclaimers. Oh, hold up. Go to our disclaimers, because we don't own any rights to any music played, anything. Matter of fact, it's unlicensed anyway, so hey. Usually that'd be on Mad Monday, so hey. But we don't own anything.
Yeah.
We don't own anything. I was working on something, but then the time caught up with me, and I looked up. It was 6:58.
Oh, hey, we got this. We'll make it through. We'll make it through.
Also, subscribe to the Loc'D On Sports 216 YouTube channel.
Yes.
Definitely subscribe to that. If you're watching on YouTube, shout out
Subscribe. Hit.
to everybody that's watching us on the
Yes.
Loc'D On Sports page. And shout
We
out to all
appreciate
the
you.
new members.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to touch on, man. Shout out to all the new members. I am a caveman, so I'm not as tech savvy as my partner here, but
Hold
I
on for
wanted to
1 second. I'll be right back.
oh no, I just wanted to let everybody know that I appreciate you so much. We appreciate all the subscriptions. We appreciate all the new members, and we look forward to giving you a lot of great content in the future. So just ride with us. And when it's a great day in Cleveland. I mean, all our sports teams look like they're going to be on the up and up right now. We got the young Guardians going down tonight, really late. We got our young Browns gearing up with all the weapons.
Yes.
We got our young Cavaliers ready to prove something, I hope. So my question to you, big dog, is are we running down the same path of hope that we always do? Like being elder Clevelanders and Cleveland fans, we've had this feeling before, not to be the, that guy, but are we getting our hopes up too
For who?
high, or is this genuine for all our teams? I think all our teams have a solid shot to compete. I'll say that.
Well, for one team, the team that's in the orange and brown that plays downtown, I have to see it in September because we done won the
Okay.
off-season title the last 3 years, and we done fell flat on the faces during the regular season. So I have to see it to believe it now.
Okay, so you do feel like it might be a little you have that same feeling that I have. Like I want to go all in. Like I'm looking at everything on paper, and like you say, using the Browns as an example, like man, we got running, passing, they filled all the holes. Shout to AB for putting the mask on and getting us a receiver.
Doing what he had to do.
Yeah, it's like we have so many positives, but like you said, we won the off season in previous seasons, and
Yeah,
it
the
didn't
last
pan out.
3.
Is
And
so
look
is
what
it
happened.
right? But is it a different feeling? Because I don't know about you, but I have a different feeling about this one. I hate to sound like cliche with it, but I do really feel different about this team. Well, all these teams, I think we'll be competitive for the next 5, maybe 6 years on all levels if we make the right moves.
Honestly, to tell you, I hope it's a different feeling. For real, for real. I really hope. Honestly, and I'm not bagging on the Browns or Browns or nothing like that. I honestly really want them to do well.
True.
But
Yeah. No, not saying that we don't,
yeah,
I know that you're not rooting against them or anything, but like I said, as a Clevelander and a Cleveland fan, it's this little thing that we all have. And if you're sitting there denying it, you lying. You lying. We all have it.
right. So it's like,
It's
it's like,
that little bit of pessimism, like, oh, this might be too good to be true.
yes.
I think it might be different on this. I think this go around. I don't know if you're familiar with like Big Trouble in Little China, the
Yeah.
movie. But
Yeah.
I remember when they were on the elevator and everybody, they drank the potion and
Yeah.
everybody was looking at each other, throwing up the L, like, yeah, I feel kind of invincible.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel kind of invincible on the elevator, my man. Let's go, Cleveland teams.
Let's go. But I will say with the Browns, I got to see it in September with them. I got to see it in the regular season.
True.
With the
That's fair.
Cavs, let's just say, even if they get beat in the first round, let's just say hypothetically, even though I honestly don't think they will, but if they do, it's still a progression from last year.
Definitely.
Because they got the experience of playing in a 7-game series as opposed to a play-in where all the wheels just basically fell off and everything. So
And I think they learned the lesson. Like, you don't take things for granted. Like they had 2 shots at it and they didn't come. They came up short. And I think they learned from that. Like you
yes,
said, now the progression is let's get in the playoffs, make some moves, compete, learn some things, and go as far as we can go.
go as
And
far as we can go. You never know; they might catch fire. You
yeah,
never
hey,
know.
make it to the playoffs is our victory this year. And
Yeah,
anything past that is house money. So let's go. And we got to
basically.
I keep telling, man, I'm gonna keep saying it. Our style of play is playoff basketball. It just doesn't translate well in this up pace, the upbeat game,
Right.
three and run, But once the
And
game
when you
slows
said
down,
that, and when you said that last week, a couple of weeks ago, I was like, "You own to something. You are
thank
definitely on to
you.
something."
Yeah, it's just something to think about, and all we have to do is just clean up the end of the game. Like we're making a lot of bad decisions, and that's coaching and players. Players are making a few bad passes down the stretch that we definitely need to clean up. But as
Very
far as our execution, like we show flashes of execution that give me so much hope, but then it gets to that, like we fall so far behind that we have to fight back. Like we have to just learn how to just jump on people and just keep beating them down. Once we do that, we're fine because our defense is number one, right?
yeah, number one. And my thing is this, far as with the Cavs, it's like, how come they don't be prepared to play sometimes?
That's what's fascinating. That's why I'm just hoping it's just youth. I'm hoping the lineup changes are attributing to that. But hey, going forward, we definitely need to get, solid as far as like coming out the gate, like,
Right.
let's get them.
Exactly. So, it's like hopefully they get that together and everything. Hello?
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh, we on live right now. All right.
the the
Hit me up on
beauty of
hey.
life,
All right. Bye. All right.
the beauty, the
Shout
beauty
out
of
to G Host.
life.
Shout out to Delvis Valentine that was watching.
Shout shout out to both
Right.
guys. Man, that's funny.
Ronnie Cash say, I'm with that. Yes, sir, I'm with that with the turntables performing on Mad Mondays in the
Oh,
future.
we appreciate it.
And he said he
Let's
likes the
go.
Cavs' chances.
We got a good shot as anybody. That's for sure.
Definitely, for
Because
sure.
I mean, like they always say what wins playoff basketball? Defense. We got the
Yep.
number one defense.
Yep.
And we got one of the elite scorers in basketball. So we always have a go-to guy.
Right. Hey, Sean, you starting to sound staticky.
I'm going out. Let me
Yep.
see. Let me see.
Say something now, sir.
Check.
Still staticky.
Okay, hold on. Check one.
Gio say, what up, fellas? My dumb ass.
Hey, is that better?
Nope.
I'm still staticky.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Still staticky.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody.
Yeah. It's like the gremlins are messing with us.
I might have to do like last time and go out and come back.
Okay.
Check. Still bad?
Yep.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Yep. But I do like the Cavs. Hey, I won't be disappointed whether they win the first round or lose the first round. I won't be disappointed at all that they got to the playoffs the first time since 1998. 1998. And I think I could tell you the starting lineup, which was I'm gonna ask you this question, Sean C. Say something real quick.
Mic check, mic check.
It's a little bit better, but it's still staticky.
Still staticky? Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know what that is. That's weird.
Right.
Still.
Yep.
Everything was good for just a week ago.
Hold on for a second.
Check. 1, 2.
Hello? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm ready. Hold on for a second. Let me go back to the Gmail real quick. Let's see. Okay, what's the email? At yahoo.com. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Sean, I'm still with you.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Can you hear me?
Yep. I can hear you, but it's still staticky and everything.
All right, I'm going to go all the way out. I'll be back.
All right. All right. What's up, Dave Cage? It happens. My phone been ringing ever since 6 o'clock. Oh man. Hold on for a second. What? Sorry about that. I'm back. What's going on? Let's see. What's up, Dirk Dowley? My bro from the West. What's going on with you? Let's see if my partner ready to come back in.
Any better?
Oh, you slick now. You slick.
Okay.
You slick. Thank God. It's like everything going on at once. But when a good plan comes together,
It's all good.
Definitely comes together.
It's the
Like I
beauty of
said,
live.
comment, we'll shout you out for real. If I can find a thing, we'll shout you out.
Yes, because we appreciate everybody.
Yes, we do.
Especially when you can hear me.
Right. Definitely do. We appreciate everybody that comes on and kicks it with us and everything on here. Matter of fact, also, shout out and good luck to the Ashland girls Division 2. They'll be playing for the NCAA Division 2 championship. I think either Friday or Saturday, one of the two, over the weekend. But shout out to them and good luck.
Okay. Good luck, home team.
That's good luck. And we have our guest.
Yes.
Yes, we have our guest in the build. Well, we have our guest online with us.
I am excited.
Yes. He's the president of the Golden Gloves in Cleveland, or Ohio, matter of fact, with Cleveland Golden Gloves. And he's also the president of the Ohio State Former Boxers Hall of Fame. He carries many hats. And along with that, he's also coach and a trainer at Old Angle Pal Boxing Gym.
Shout
we're
out to
gonna give
Power
you a
Boxing.
nice warm welcome to Mr. Rick Lozada.
Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate it. All right.
Rick, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you, Keith.
You welcome. In the Hall of Fame with Loc'D On Sports, you are our first guest because we actually really just started this podcast.
Oh, appreciate it.
Looking forward to it. Very first guest.
Your history, Rick.
No doubt. No doubt. And thank you for coming on. At such short notice. I really appreciate this.
Man, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into it. I got a question right off the rip. Speaking of history, 95 years of Golden Gloves in Cleveland.
Yes. 95 years that we can count. Second oldest franchise in the country.
Wow.
Yep. With the young kids, I tell them we're older than McDonald's.
True that.
So
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
No, I'm just a fan of boxing. I got a whole bunch of other questions. Go for it.
Shoot them out there.
Get to the business first.
Keep going. Like I said. Well, Rick, how did you get started as far as your humble beginnings?
I started in a Lakeshore Boxing Club that was promoted by the city. They helped us out. They were over live. I grew up in the city of Cleveland, Collinwood area, off St. Clair, right off 185th. And there wasn't a gym close to us, and someone ended up opening in one of the rec centers, Lakeshore Boxing Club. So I joined in there, and it really wasn't working out. They ended up closing it. So I was left without a spot. I worked out then with Joe Delgado, a great trainer from the city of Cleveland. He's been helping kids and pros for years. I worked out with him a little bit in his gym, and then I switched over and was with Gary Horvath. I started being trained by him and floated the gyms because there wasn't a lot of heavyweights. And I won my first tournament of Canada against the United States. That was at a light heavyweight. And then they had a shortage of heavyweights one year in the Golden Gloves. So I went at 172 pounds, fighting guys 200, and I won Golden Gloves and the heavyweight division. And then fast forward, I went into the heavyweight division again, and they were short. So I ended up fighting, and I ended up getting hurt in the finals. I couldn't pass off the nationals. I thought I was done. I took a year off. I came back, and I fought, and they didn't have anybody in the heavyweight division. I was 192, and the last guy I fought and beat both champions from the year before in the open division and went to the finals and fought a guy who was 6'6", 320. So I was 192, he was 320, and I did not get the nod. I was the only guy he couldn't knock down or knock out, and he thought I won the fight. But they said I was too small to send off to the nationals.
Oh, nice. But you stood with him and gave him hands.
Yeah. Oh, I was the only guy he couldn't knock down, and he thought I won the fight still. But it was a good fight, and he came to me later on as a gentleman that we usually are in boxing. Said, "You beat me all day." So it was good though. You know, I try to encourage the guys. No, there's no losses, nothing but lessons in the ring. You know, nice. Keep plugging away.
And I've heard you say a quote, and I keep butting in. I'm sorry, guys,
right.
But I heard you say a great quote about teaching kids how to box so they don't have to fight.
Yes.
Did I misquote you on that? Could you elaborate on that?
I tell the guys all the time when they're saying, "Oh, I can't wait for my next fight." I said, "No, it's your next match. It's your next boxing match." And I try to teach, and this is a lesson in life itself, that you might do everything right. It doesn't mean you're gonna win, and it doesn't mean right gets done by you. So, but just keep plugging away, keep doing the right things, and eventually it'll work out for you. And and that's what champions. We're not born, we're made, and that's the way it goes. You know, with anything, with anything. That. And you know, in boxing, individual achievement sports, you can be halfway decent and be the NFL champs. You can be halfway decent and be the NBA champ. You can't be halfway decent and be the heavyweight champ. You have to be the best.
You have to stand alone, huh?
That's it. You know, the guys that don't do well in sport in multiple sports, like team sports, they do a lot better at individual achievement sports, just because it's all on them. And I liked it better too, because I knew I was out running. I knew I was out doing what I had to do. If some guy doesn't come to practice and you lose the game because of it, you get a little upset. But when you're out there boxing, you know what you did, because the ring doesn't lie. It's a very true. It's a big truth teller.
And you have to leave it all in the ring, huh?
Yep, leave it. Don't hold nothing back. You get plenty of rest later on that night.
Nice. Okay, I'm sorry. Go back at it. I'm sorry. I'm Lock'd On Sports. I'm sorry.
So, what got you interested in far as coaching?
I'm pretty patient with people, and I was kind of like that as a police officer in Cleveland. I kind of everything translates back and forth. I don't mind helping, and I grew up in inner city, so I knew it was like, how it was. So getting into coaching, a lot of these kids just need 5 minutes of your time. That's all they need, and maybe even someone going, "Hey, good job." Sometimes they don't hear that all week, all month, all day. So when you see somebody excelling, doing stuff, hey man, that was a good job, and you're gonna get better. And they get that little encouragement. It might be the thing they need to get a job. It might be the thing they need to have the confidence to talk to somebody. I don't know, anything. But you build up building blocks. And if we can be one of those building blocks in the gym, that's what I want to be with PAL. Because that's what PAL is, building blocks.
Yes.
All the way across the board. And you need those through life.
Yes. And being from East Cleveland, it's always been a staple in the neighborhood. So, yeah, I totally understand and agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, we need those volunteers. There's the guys that come out there and give back to their neighborhoods. You remember what it's like living like that, coming up there and not having a whole lot of money, wanting to be like the rest of the kids, be in the sports and things like that. And these sports cost so much nowadays. It's great that PAL does this and helps out a lot.
Yes.
With financing, team sport. Because PAL doesn't only do boxing. They also do baseball, football, basketball. We take kids out. I live in the Chardon area, and we'll take a group of kids out here in the vans, and we teach them how to fish. Some kids never fished before.
Whoa.
Yeah, serious? That's all day. Yeah,
oh, man, I love that.
Yeah, they like it. And some kids never even put a worm on a hook. So you teach them a little something new, and they love it. They'll come back year after year. So.
Beautiful.
Now, let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Who were some of your favorite boxers coming up?
Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Aaron Pryor.
Oh,
unconventional fighter, would fight from all over angles, and he's a southpaw, Aaron Pryor, and he actually watched me win one of my Golden Gloves one year at Public Hall. That's why I fought and won Golden Gloves in Public Hall.
Wow!
So it brings back a lot of memories. He was there and said, "Wow, you're gonna do real good." He signed the back of my ticket, and it was nice to have someone like that there. So that's what I want for these kids nowadays. Like some guy that they look up to a little bit, watch them win or watch them compete and give it all. Because you could still win as long as you gave everything. You could still win. That's still a winner to me. It takes a lot of guts to go in that ring.
The utmost of guts to stand in there. Oh man, let's salute to everybody that has the courage to even step in there mano a mano. Because like you said earlier, it's not a team sport. You have nobody to hide you, and you have to have a lot of heart too. So
boxing's a very lonely sport. You're out running late at night, early in the mornings. No one's with you. You're in there shadow boxing, hitting the bags. You're by yourself, really, except for your coaches. But once you get to become an elite fighter, you drowned a lot of that noise out, and you're by yourself because you're in your own thoughts. That's why boxing is 80% mental, 20% physical, if you want to say. Getting your mind straight, keeping things squared away.
So focus is key. Not cutting you off, Rick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I was going to say that's what we need for a lot of our young kids, especially after this pandemic, is refocus them into completing goals. One step at a time, not big chunks. Get this to get that to get the next thing, not everything at once. You have to be patient. We cannot be a right now kind of people. It has to be one little thing at a time, and that's what coaches teach, a little at a time. And I think that's very important.
And have a good starting point. And it sounds like you're setting a good starting point for a lot of young men out there. Like when you started this, like because you have a lot of passion. I could tell you just have a passion and love. When you started this, did you think it would grow to this extent? Like you're the president of the Golden Gloves?
No,
was this your goal?
One day, hey, there's them building blocks. I took that one step, then the next step, and then the next step, and I started throwing shows. And I had shows where James Buster Douglas showed up. signed autographs. Antonio Tarver was there at the next show. I've had Indiana Pacers players come in to go see their nephews or whoever fight. So I've always showcased those people too. You know, I've always made sure they felt important, which they are. I mean, they're very important to these kids. Look at, because I tell them, guys, don't think of the impossible. Look at James Buster Douglas. He improved the impossible. You know, so
he's the ultimate
he proved
example.
Everyone that he can anything can be done.
Believe in yourself and just go in, like you say. You never know what's going to happen. Like say, you're throwing hands. Is that one thing that you teach kids about? You know, fighting. Like you already said it. You go in and compete, but do they understand that anything can happen in a fight?
Anything. That's why I tell them, protect yourself at all times. Your best protection for every fighter is a coach, not the headgear, not anything else. It's your coach to protect you. And really, you know, we're playing. I tell boxers all the time, we're playing chess, not checkers. I'm trying to set you up so I can put my punches where it need to be. I might draw you in. So you have to learn to be very patient and let your game develop. You can't just fight another man's fight. If you do, it's already over because you're getting off your game. So be very patient and believe in your training, believe in what you're doing. You know, that's basically what I can tell. And that translates to anything. Believe in the schooling you have, believe in the family you have. You know, don't just dismiss things because it's not working out the way you think it should. Kind of how it goes, at least for me, and that's what I'm trying to teach those guys.
And keep it up. That's a great sentiment. Like you know, my new favorite guy, Rick. And you're historic, man.
We have a lot of great coaches in our gym. We have Leo Keklevic, who's been around for years from Penn Zone's gym. We have Nick Duganier. We have Scott Neal. We have a lot of great guys and that's what makes our gym so great is everyone's on the same page. We all want to do the right thing for our fighters. We're all there to pick up the slack. If I don't do something, someone else will do it, and vice versa. I'm at the gym Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, the meat of the days, and the rest of the guys fill in on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We all come together as a team, and we all do everything as a team. And if you take a look back from your gym, take a step back sometimes, watch how the guys are talking to each other. Watch how they're all working with each other, taking a new guy under their wing, especially the young ones. And said that's what it's about. You know, making you fold in, especially the people that don't feel like they can. You bring them in, make them feel wanted, and it's gravy. Everything is easy after that. Build that family.
Man, you're gonna make me come over there. I'm taking in the old guys in.
Well, 30 years later, I'm still in the gym, so we must be doing something right.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's like going into your regular house. Open up your door, go in, work. So I'm trying to build that with the guys. We're looking for our own place. Not because I'm the only one we're pretty much the biggest gym in the city of Cleveland for boxing only. 2 rings, 30 bags, lots of space, and we're going to try to buy a home now. So it's big enough to have,
So we got to make sure we get all your website out there, your contact info, and get any way we can help. We're there for you. Like I say, if you need to put on some gloves for a charity event and fall down, I got you.
we don't even take gas money out. In all these years, I throw every dollar. If then people walk in our gym, wow, you got new bags. Said every dollar we make comes right back in this gym, and I can show receipts. And I told these guys, look, we're here because we like it. And we want the next generation to do it. And one day I'm going to be sitting in my chair with my feet up, watching all the guys do what I was doing. And that's what I'm trying to pass on. Something that's not monetary, something that's putting your heart into it, putting what you love to do into it, and watch it grow. You're a farmer, basically, for boxers right now.
That's legacy. And you're creating it. And that,
yes.
Man, respect to
you. I'm hoping.
No, you are, man. You are.
I'm hoping. I'm on the road 6. I will live an hour away from the gym. I drive from Chardon area. So I drive an hour to the gym, sometimes longer, depending on the weather, and over an hour home. So I'm in there 3-4 days a week down in Cleveland. So I'm on the road at least 8 hours just to do what I'm doing. So sometimes I wonder if I'm a trucker or not, or semi-driver. I should be getting paid. You know? and we do a lot more pal business too. Like I go, help out. Like all the boxers in my gym volunteered for the Christmas party. down at Tower City. We gave over 10,000 toys we had for children down there. We had the golden ticket for them, the Willy Wonka golden ticket, and we gave out the needy kids. And the boxers volunteered, wore their shirts, and helped out at Tower City. It was an all-day event. Yeah.
Hey, can you please do me a favor, Rick? When that comes up this year, can you come back and talk to us prior to it so we can promote it?
Yes,
we'd love to have
promote
you
it
back.
and everything.
Yeah, we take kids and here's one of the shows we did. We're going to try to do it again this year. We did the Kalahari show. When you're a kid under 18, you fought on the Kalahari show. You got to go to Kalahari for the day. You fought. You got to eat. Your room's paid for, and then we took you to Cedar Point the next day. All paid for by PAL.
Wow.
Yeah, it was all paid for by PAL.
Got the water park and wow.
Yep. You got the fight, then go heal up in the water park, and then go hit the rides later.
Beautiful. I guess he had to step away for a second. So before we get back to business, hey, how do you feel about the upcoming fight?
For Saturday.
Well, let's start because I got a couple of fights. Let's start with Davis and Garcia. Where do you stand on those guys?
I like Garcia.
I've been saying that Davis is definitely the bigger puncher, but people are underestimating how big Garcia is compared to him. I think that, and his boxing skills also. So I
like Garcia. I like Dan.
Thank you.
I liked him. Just like when everyone asked me about Crawford, I took Crawford. I said I watched Crawford. He's a more well-rounded fighter. You know, you can see he can handle things ambidextrously. I like a more well-rounded fighter. You know, power, a little bit of power, mostly speed, because speed is your power. We teach in the gym technique first. If you're technically sound, you'll throw fast punches, and then you're powerful. You can't teach them any other way. Once you know the meat and potatoes and the ABCs, your footwork, keep your hands up when you're throwing punches. Once you know to throw that jab, and then you're technically sound, you're going to have the confidence to throw fast punches. Once you have the confidence to throw fast punches, you're a little power behind those punches because now you're confident. Because that speed is your power. Would you rather get hit with one shot or five? I tell guys all the time, one big shot or five of them tattooing you up.
True.
Larry Holmes taught everybody a long time ago what a jab can do. Tattoo up with that jab.
He did. Signature. Snap it off.
Snap it off. That's right. Just tenderize that meat up. That's all he used to do with that jab.
Okay, sorry, big dog. We just talking boxing, man. I'm sorry.
No, y'all good. Hey, y'all good.
All good.
I got a lot going on over here. So.
We got you, man. We chopping it up. I'm enjoying.
But you do have a big event coming up.
Yes.
And I'm about to show it real quick on here that you got coming up this Saturday.
Saturday's Golden Gloves 95th anniversary. Public call, back to public call. As you see, we have our sponsors up there. A lot of great fighters. We're looking at Charles Smith being in a heavyweight, Charles Poo being out there. We have Tyshawn Denson, number one 132-pounder in the country. You know, he just won his national title out there in Detroit. We have some kids, 68-pounders coming in, one from Kentucky. We have Asia Smith fighting, and she's going to be fighting Elisa Lopez at 110. That's a great girls fight. Unfortunately, my girl won't be fighting. She's the 3-time Golden Glove champ now. She'll be headed out to Philly for the national. Yeah, she's a school teacher out there in Akron, art teacher.
Okay.
140-pounder.
I feel sorry for her students.
She's as tough as a nickel steak. You know, so.
Salute that.
But we have a lot of good. We're looking at around 16 bouts. I'm still trying to get a few more on there. Let to showcase some kids. I always like putting kids on in the beginning. They're our future, you know, boxing. So let them feel a little bit of that nice lights and like a big crowd and noises, and that's great for them.
Give them that exposure early.
Yes, yeah. I can teach you everything in the gym, but I cannot teach you how to fight in front of a crowd. I've seen guys train for a year, look beautiful, do everything you're supposed to do, get in front of a crowd, they crumble.
Wow.
They just crumble like a house of cards. Yeah, you can't handle
it. Anthony Joshua. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you ain't. Anthony Joshua. He was a lot of big height, but those big guys, you got to understand. I always say that about Ken Norton Sr. It takes a lot of oxygen to get those muscles big, and they keep them like that. It sucks it out of you. Think about those stringing beans. Those guys, 110 pounds, fight all day.
all day.
Greg be out there all day long. You know, like, man, where do you get the energy from? He's just a machine, like a windmill. So yeah.
And you notice, like, they fights usually go the distance most of the time.
All them small fights, they're like all day long. You're sitting there watching, like Pacquiao on them. If you get a knockout, you're almost like, wow, what had just happened? Did I miss something? What happened there? You know, but heavyweight, you're like, all right, it's about the 5th round. It should be any minute now, you know, ready to go.
Yeah, they're going to start slow dragging in a second here.
Yeah. Right. By the time you look at the boxing numbers, they throw 50 punches the whole fight. You know, look at this, man, you know. But that's why it makes it exciting, the smaller guys, you know, their combinations in and out, a little bit of the guerrilla fighting. So that's always exciting. You get your money's worth. Because you remember the Tyson days, you know, as soon as you got up to get something to drink, it's done. Like, wait a minute. I just spent $20 for this. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Hit rewind on it. We didn't have DVR back then. It was you blinked, it was over. Yeah. Michael Spinks, like, wait, man, what happened there? Wait, hold on a second, you know.
Right. He's in the corner, slumped down. Like, what?
Slumps down. $25 million richer, though. He was slumped down.
Yeah, he wasn't mad.
No, he wasn't mad.
Oh, no, because that was his lottery ticket right there.
Yes, it was. And his back to the game, and he was gone. Came in, cashing his check, and he was out. But that was some exciting times back then. Very exciting.
I agree. Do you think that was the best times of boxing? Like
for the heavyweight division, like don't get me wrong, I don't take away from any of the heavyweights nowadays, but you're talking about Donovan Razor Ruddock, Tommy Morrison, Ray Mercer, Michael. I mean, it was just chock full. Lennox Lewis, Evander Holyfield, George Foreman. And let's not forget, George Foreman's new movie comes out April 20th. That's coming out, the documentary. I had some nice posters and things I'm going to be giving away at the fight shows that was forwarded to me from the movies.
Oh, beautiful.
So that I'll have the posters before it even comes out. We were on the morning show. Channel 3 with Holly Strano I was there on Tuesday, and I was promoting a little bit of that with the boxing, because George Foreman was one of my favorite fighters too.
I was going to ask you you had some great swag there too, man. I was sitting there like, oh, look at those gloves. Oh,
yeah, we got our new T-shirt. I have that one right now. This is a new golden gloves.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I do have some trophies and things like that, and some belts back here.
The belts were incredible, Dobbs.
Oh, bro. I'm looking right now. I'm like, man. So how long has it been since the Golden Gloves threw an event in Public Hall?
Probably 15 years, I would say. They've been bouncing around to Brook Park. My main thing once I took over Golden Gloves was to get it back to, instead of calling it the Cleveland area Golden Gloves, it's the Cleveland Golden Gloves, because that's the way it was when I fought. And I also wanted to get it back to Cleveland. I'm glad Brook Park was able to house it out there, and they were able to come to terms. But when I fought my prelims in Esterbrook, that's where we did. Esterbrook Recreation Center, and used to be lined up in the back. And you fought Thursday, no crowd, depending on how big your bracket was. Friday crowd, Saturday crowd. You did that for 4 weeks. And then the 5th week was the finals. So we're trying to build boxing back up where we have that again. 3, 4, 5 days of prelim boxing, thick brackets again, get people excited about boxing. That's what I like to do. That's my main goal, kids out there.
I have a question for a viewer. Al Taylor, shout out to Al Taylor. He asked, what do you think of the boxing movies, past and present day?
I think the boxing movies in the past, Al, great question, because a lot of the new ones has the CGI and a little of it's unrealistic. The past movies showed the guys the grueling workouts, the things they had to give up, things like that. In the, like I said, boxing is a lonely world, very lonely. It's not room for family wouldn't understand, friends and things, because you're by yourself with your diet, with your run, with your working out. And a lot of times I tell guys, your training is not going to lie, and don't kid yourself, because I'm not the one taking the punches. You are. And that came from late, great Jimmy Bivens used to say that. Cleveland great. He used to say, hey.
Jimmy Bivens, the legend. Wow.
Yeah. I feature Jimmy Bivens a lot because he was part of Old Angle boxing gym from back in the past. I have a lot of pictures with him, signed belts from him and things like that. But the movies back in the day, Al, I would say were I mean, even like Rocky, how many people did Rocky inspire? The first movie, got a little crazy at the end, but the very first movie, some guy who got a chance out of nowhere, and there was when we were talking before, Sean, saying it's never over. You never know. Here's a guy, and that's based on a true story.
Yes.
So Chuck Webner, that was based on a true story, and he sued and ended up getting some money because
Did he?
Getting paid.
yes, he sued and supposedly was settled. Supposedly, don't
Okay.
quote me. When I watched the documentary, it turned out pretty bad for him at the end. But Rocky was a movie also that nobody would put money into. They thought it was a bomb and it was garbage and things like that. But inspired a lot of people,
to this day.
To this day, a lot of young people look at it. Wow, man, yeah, anybody can pluck you out of somewhere. Going into the boxing, but a basketball, baseball, all the sports. There's a lot of young talent out there that's better than some of the guys in the professional sports. You just ain't got to look. You don't have the right talent scouts. You don't have there's a lot of fighters out there that are a lot better than what's in there. You just don't have the right promotion or right look. They don't have the money. They don't have certain things. The right people behind them. And but
is it hard to break it? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Is it hard to break it? Because you just said there's a lot of ins and outs that you got to go through to break into the boxing game. Do you I know it's small steps. Like, do you start on a small level, or do you what's the process?
It's to have a good camp with you. But here's going back to Al's question. Here's one of the things that really bothers me about the boxing game now. People don't like having losses. And there's no such thing as losses, it's lessons. Why did I lose that fight? And when you lose, when you have a guy that's knocking everyone out, what do I have to learn with? He just going out, and now this fighter might say, I don't need to run today. I'm knocking everyone out, and it's not good. It's better to go out there every time. I'd rather see you with 3 fights fight a guy with 10, 15 fights because you're going to learn something from him. He's going to push you, and sometimes the only way to get the best out of you is to be pressured, is to be pushed, is to be put in an area you're not used to because we're not born in the best area. We get there somehow with hard work and dedication and focus. That's it. So a lot of the new movies, they kind of like I just watched Creed 3. It was good, but they just kind of jump things, steps. I like the old movies because they spelled it out, the pathway to becoming the champ. I thought they were a little bit more like Cinderella Man. Great, inspirational story. Those are great. I like stuff like that. It's never over for you. Lose everything you have, but in boxing, there's always a chance. Like I said, until the fat lady sings. Right there.
That's true.
That's true.
Think about it. That's how George Foreman won his title when he came back in the last round against Michael Moore.
Too old, too this, too that. Man, that guy came out there and just proved everyone wrong. I mean, that's why I like George Foreman too. The guy never gave up. It was a great fight. I just there's a lot of great fights. Chavez against Taylor beats him in the last second. He was losing that fight, and he beat him.
Put him
Richard
down.
Steele didn't make any fans, that's for sure. That night, but he don't know he didn't have no clock in his head.
No, bam.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, it won that at the end. So it's never over to keep fighting away, and you never know. You never know.
True.
Now, do you find it easier nowadays to get people to volunteer, or was it easier for people volunteered in the past?
This is gonna sound because we are on social media right now. Social media is good at certain stuff like what we're doing because now we can network and things like that and get the word out. But back in the day, it was a little bit easier, I think, because there wasn't so many distractions. Nowadays, like social media, it's hard with the kids on YouTube. I saw this on YouTube, and I saw this on this. I'm like, dude, that doesn't work here. Like what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. So it makes it hard with some of the coaches trying to deal with some of the kids because they, especially the youth now, they're a click away from seeing a video and think that works for them. So sometimes it's hard to get the volunteers. They don't want to be with this youth, with the youth nowadays. But in the PAL program, we got lots of people. They all look willing to help somewhere. So I don't care. They might not want to do the boxing, but they set up the tables, they set up the chairs. There's a lot of things that happen in the background to keep things running. Bob Kamazik has been running PAL in this area. Sergeant Bob Kamazik has been running PAL in this area for 29 years. And he keeps these gyms with equipment in them, helps out with the kids with the parties, the Christmas parties. His day is full all the time running. We're on the phone several times a day trying to coordinate to get things done. And it's all about the kids. You know, what can we do to make this a fun experience for them? So they say every year, I want to go back to that. I can't wait. You know, it was so much fun. So that's what we're trying to build up for them. It's there. We just got to dust everything off since COVID hit and kind of messed everything up and keep plugging away. That's all.
Exciting. Let me ask you, has it been an uptick in girls participation? I noticed you said there was a couple of fights on the card. So.
Yeah, girls, we did an all-girls show this past year with Christy Martin there in January 7th this past year. We had about 12 bouts. Christy Martin flew in, signed autographs. Her and her wife, Lisa Hallowithan, she came in, and them guys signed. That was one of her biggest opponents back in the day. And they came in, signed whatever they wanted. She presented a Christy Martin Fight of the Night trophy. It was a great night. Yeah, took photos with anybody. We had a nice backdrop for all the kids, and they got so many things. We gave them $25 gift cards. We gave them swag bags, so they had a bunch of gear in it. They loved it all. The kids had a great time. And fed the kids, fed the trainers. That's what we're going to do on April 1st. We feed the trainers, we feed the kids. Everyone gets fed, has gifts when they go home besides the trophies, and that's what it's all about, a fun night for everyone.
Man, that's a beautiful thing. I mean, you get a lot of great support. You get a lot of special guests, huh?
Yeah, you know, just reaching out to people. You know, like I said on the streams before, people don't realize George Foreman started in PAL. Muhammad Ali started in PAL.
Sure.
Mickey Ward was a PAL fighter. He started in PAL. A lot of guys get their start because, you know, it's rec centers. They come in there, they don't know anything, and they start working out, and then next you know, you get a little equipment here, a little equipment there. I won almost all my equipment in fight shows because back in the day, you used to get in there and you fight and you get a jump rope. Next time I got a couple extra pairs of hand wraps, and hey, there's a bag. I still have my Adidas bag from 1989 with gloves and jump ropes and hand wraps and stuff. You know, we took care of our stuff from back then. And I don't know if you guys remember from Cleveland, Blip Coombs, when it was down there in downtown Cleveland. They were the only people that sold boxing shoes, ponies, tall, all leather.
Wow.
That's where we all went.
Sure
if you didn't go and get your shoes.
The ponies.
back in the day, it was the ponies, tall, only white, no other colors, and only full sizes. So I was wearing a size 10 and my feet were swimming a little bit, but I had thick winter socks. I was all right. You know?
As long as you can move a little bit, that's all that matters.
All that mattered. They got me through the years, so I was all right. But yeah, I mean, boxing, I think the girls have come out in droves. Like I said, my girl has been there at least 4 or 5 years now. This is her third title now. She'll be going off to Philly to fight. She was in Tulsa, Oklahoma last year fighting in the Nationals. She'll be in Philly this week fighting in the Nationals.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to have her on one day too. You know, if we can work it out. Like I said,
yeah, I can get Danielle out. Yeah, I threw it to the Wolves yesterday. Channel 8 was in there filming, and we're gonna be on there. I think 3, 4, 5, 7, and 10 o'clock news tomorrow. And the videotape, they were there for about 45 minutes. Videotape me catching mitts for her. And they did little interviews with her and the rest of the fighters that can be in gloves.
Oh, we'll definitely be checking that out. That's what's up.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like
I'm glad we caught you tonight.
Man, like I say, I feel so privileged.
Going in, trying to make sure everything was good for public call. Want to look at the ring. I always like to look at everything, make sure it's like it's supposed to be. And I have some gold material coming in for the ropes and the corner buckles. I want them gold. So I ordered those to come in. And I always come in to check. Slide by and make sure things are okay. I unloaded a lot of equipment today, a lot of gifts for the kids, shirts and bags and things like that. So I'll be there tomorrow, 11 a.m. with the rest of the volunteers. I have a lot of police officers volunteering to help out. So we want to make sure everything's really good for the kids. That's all.
That's all that matters, really. Because
that's all it's about.
They'll never forget that experience.
No.
True.
At all.
True.
No, I just reminded everyone, like, hey, I had seen Aaron Pryor when I was a kid. I remember that from when I won gloves. I remember my bags that I won, trophies. I can tell you all about different fights I was in. And those are things that stick with you the rest of your life. My friends, I still talk to guys that I box with. Matter of fact, the guys that are in the gym are volunteering now. We used to fight together. So it's like, that was 30 years ago. It's kind of nice to still see these guys floating around, still in it.
And you guys being still together and, as a network and still helping the kids. Yes. That's beautiful. Giving back.
Yes. I was very reluctant I was already the president of the Hall of Fame, and they came to me, and I just said, you know what, I could do a lot more with the Golden Gloves to make this a little bit better. I'll take it, because I'm retired now, and I kind of just sit back and I do other things. I'm also part of the DJS Foundation. I'm the vice president of that, and we help falling safety forces, suicides, things like that, and we go out to the families with pamphlets. We give checks to help out with finances. Also military, we've gone out and gave out checks to the wives who lost their husbands, and they're waiting for the rent to get paid, things like that. And the check, the government doesn't pay them checks right away, so we try to help out financially, even if it's a bag of food, help you through the week, whatever we can do. We kind of help people out. First responders.
That's a great service right there. We need more of that.
Yeah, we just had a large fundraiser. It was great at my CPD Union Hall down on 58th in Detroit, and it was 400 people showed up. It was in between gloves. I had prelims started in February, and March was the second, and I had that in between. So yeah, it was a full. We already had put that on before we were going to put the gloves on, so I couldn't back out. But we had 400 people. We cooked pasta. We gave away a lot of prizes and raised a lot of money for families.
Beautiful.
So, every dollar again goes right back to the people.
And a great cause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real great cause.
My sisters, I'm a third generation fourth officer in this Cleveland Police Department. I was in the 4th District off Kinsman. My cousin was the 3rd. My other cousin was 2nd, and my other cousin was in the 1st. And my sister's is a medic from City of Cleveland EMS, 20-some years on. So,
appreciate all you guys, like I say, for real.
Yeah, right back in the city. And I might have moved out to Chardon, but I'm in the city more than when I lived there, pretty much, seems like, anymore.
That hour drive, man.
I drowned in my thoughts coming all the way in for now.
Give you some time to find peace.
Let me ask you this. What would you tell a first-time kid coming in that wants to sign up for boxing?
3 months.
What would you tell a person that wants to volunteer, or a person that wants to get his own gym or start his own boxing organization?
Running a gym, like, guys. All right, so I was in Olympic camp last year, like the Olympic training camps to train your different trainers. And I'm a bronze coach. So you start out as a coach, you can become a green level coach. That means you can work at nationals. And then I'm a bronze coach going to become a gold coach so I can do international. I'm talking with the Lithuanian Boxing King to bring them into the country and host a boxing event here. And I tell guys all the time, you have to start out, especially if you're a boxer, then you'll know things, how things kind of run. Then you start in the corner. Then you start seeing how that is, and then you get into the gym. You can be a 2nd or 3rd in the gym just to see how it runs, because a lot of guys call themselves coaches, and this is the only sport you can hold a bucket, put a towel over your arm, and call yourself a coach. You gotta really put the time in, and you have to learn how to mesh with different personalities. Not everyone's the same. You got to learn how to train guys, different levels. A heavyweight, I'm better at training at heavyweights than I am 150. So a man has to know his limitations. I tell the younger guy, like Scott Neal's a smaller fighter. He was at 130, so he knows how to train those guys. Leo knows how to train the smaller guys. I'm much better with the bigger guys because I was a heavyweight fighter. So I tell them what to look out for. I tell them how to do this. I have the movements better. So you have to spend your time in the gym to know exactly how. You can't train everyone the same. They all have their weaknesses. They all have their strengths, and you want to kind of put the strengths to the side and try to work on their weaknesses a little bit. And individual fighters, you have to evaluate them case by case. So it's very hard to run a gym. I've seen multiple gyms during COVID. A lot of those smaller gyms closed. They just didn't make it. We stayed open the whole time in COVID. I kind of chuckled at people when they're like, "Oh, you got to keep this clean, keep that clean." I said, "We have tons of cleaning supplies in the boxing gym, so we just washed everything down, and not one case of COVID in that gym. Everyone kept everything clean."
It's beautiful.
And not only that, as I had kids come up there, we're doing homework. They would sit at a table because you just had to get out of the house. I had brought a little DVD player in that had some movies on it, some cartoons and stuff. The parents would come up and work out. And I told people, if you don't feel good, just don't come up to the gym. And everyone respected it. We made it through COVID with not one case. So, I'm very proud of our gym for that.
Salute.
Mm-hmm.
Salute to you.
Yeah, we're going to keep it going.
Man. All right. Well, oh, man. Okay. I guess time flies when you're having fun.
Definitely.
I'm looking at the clock like, oh.
We go all day.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back, Rick. Like say, man, we
Definitely.
really appreciate you coming, man. Like say, this is
no problem.
This is history.
Give everybody
I have
your
fun.
contact information real quick.
Yeah, you can get a hold of me through the Golden Gloves website. You can look it up and Cleveland Golden Gloves at gmail1.com. There's all sorts of. It's on the posters. He already Keith had put the poster up. My regular phone number is on that poster if you want to get a hold of me. But I'm also all over the websites. It's not hard. I'm on the Ohio State former Boxers Hall of Fame website. I'm on the Old Angle Pal. There's 2 Old Angle gyms. Mine's the Old Angle Pal gym. My old trainer has a gym. But our gym has probably got about 40 members in it. But we are Old Angle Pal Boxing Gym. And we're the only Pal boxing gym that pays their own rent. We pay our own bills. We're self-sustaining. Yeah, we're self-sustaining. We'll be moving
those
soon.
Days as the baseball coach, Cleveland. I was self-sustaining.
I'm self-sustaining, and the guys. We have a great group of guys in there, and I'm looking forward to where we're going. We're going to keep plugging away. Keep plugging away.
Salute to you.
Yes.
Thank you. I hope everyone comes down to the Cleveland Golden Gloves. Support the youth. Every dollar that we make goes to help them send them to Philadelphia to represent Cleveland. Last year in Tulsa, we won 4 bronze, a silver, and a gold. So we like to be able to do that again. They get nervous when we come from Cleveland out there.
Yeah. we got hands. We got hands.
We got some talent. We might not be able to sing or dance, but we can box.
Facts.
Oh yeah,
and we could do that too, man. We got it all. It's Cleveland.
Like a rock. So you guys handle that part, all right?
and you're modest too. That's what's up, Rick. You're modest too.
Well, we like to thank you for coming on, Rick. And
no problem. Thank you.
We plan to have you back because we haven't talked about boxing much on the show. But then, hey.
That's why I'm so excited, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was just so excited to talk some boxing.
No, that's great. They used to have Alvin Jones had a little boxing show. I was on there with Antonio Tarver and Porter at one point. I was the guest coach that night. They were at my show, The Road to the Gold, the day before at Mulberry's. So Tarver was in town, signed autographs, took some photos with a lot of people that were in the ring for the Olympics. Delonte Johnson that were there. So it was nice. The nice day it was on the radio with them guys, and we had a real fun. It was just after Sean defended his title, so we had a really good time on there.
Sean Porter,
salute. Very big supporter of the Cleveland boxing programs too. He comes in and helps out. Mancini comes in and helps out. It's really good. Kelly Pavlik, which Kelly Pavlik said he would be there on Saturday. He said he would. So hopefully he's there.
Okay, salute to him.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was that dude back in his days.
Yes, he was. And the Joey Maxim family will be there. Late heavyweight champ Joey Maxim, his family will be there, and the Michael Dokes family will be there presenting the Michael Dokes Dynamite Dokes Award. So they'll be there. So we'll have some nice families in the household boxing history.
Man, a great event in the whole. So go support. Come out.
Support definitely. And the fact that you brought it back to Public Hall. Which hadn't been here for 15 years. I remember you used to watch it as a kid.
Very popular. It's been very quiet in Public Hall. And we like to bring it back to the city of Cleveland where it belongs. A lot of great fighters in the city of Cleveland. I think it was 95 that Mike Tyson came down here and visited for the Nationals. I believe that was the last time when the Nationals were here. So, yeah. And I saw him down there fight, with his entourage. It was really exciting for all the kids. Man, so, yeah.
I can imagine.
Yep. So anytime.
Oh,
You
no
guys
doubt.
We appreciate you. We're gonna be back at you for sure.
All right,
for sure.
no problem. Nice meeting you, Sean.
Nice meeting you.
No
Thank you,
doubt.
Rick.
Nice meeting you, Keith. We'll be in contact. All right.
Oh yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Bright and early. All right.
All
Thank
right.
you, my man.
Peace.
All right.
Take
Thank
care.
you for coming on. No doubt. Well,
Well,
that was Loc'd On Sports.
216.
Yes. Like to say thank you for Rick Lozada for coming on the show. We definitely appreciate you.
Yes.
And
A lot
thank
of fun.
you for everybody that tuned in and watched, commented.
Yes.
Y'all are valuable too in the process.
Yes. Shout out to LT.
Yes. Shout out to LT. Shout out to Patrick Longbreak. Shout out to my second baseman, Dave Magnum. GYAA Giants.
Shout out. We couldn't get to everybody because we were in the flow, but hey, we appreciate everybody.
Shout out to my cat from Lincoln West, Neil Robinson, DJ Ronnie Cash. Shout out to y'all.
All the new members, love y'all. Like and subscribe.
Shout out to the new members. Also, I want to give a special shout out to Lyndon Bryant. He won Most Improved Wrestler at Normandy High School.
Oh,
congratulations.
Salute.
Yes, and good luck to my nephew, Chad Rich. They play their AAU game tomorrow evening at Garfield Heights High School.
Let's go, Chad.
And they playing the kids their age this week. So, hey.
It'll be more fair. Let's go.
Yes, definitely.
Get that vengeance. No.
Yes. Yes. Got one more comment. Al T threw the thumbs up. Thank you, Al.
It's my guy.
Thank you very much.
It's my guy from the lunch boxes. We used to race to school with our lunch boxes.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. And shout out to everybody far as the OMS group that let our videos go on far as Mad Mondays. And I'm soon going to be sharing Loc'd On Sports. And everybody that's on the page, feel free to put up content, especially like high school or whatnot, that we don't catch everything. As long as it's sports related, we down for it.
We here for it all day.
Feel free to do that and everything. But it's time for us to sign out. Everybody have a good weekend. Enjoy the Final Four. Enjoy the Golden Gloves. Enjoy the Cavs. Made it for the first time since 1998. Real quick, Sean, can you name this Cavs starting lineup from 1998?
98?
Yeah, when they made the playoffs.
Oh, the last time they made the playoffs?
Yes, sir.
So that was Bron and them, right?
98.
Shoosh. Who was that team?
I can start off with you.
Okay, give me one.
At point guard, we had Brevin Knight.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no, I'll never be able to name that whole team. Brevin Knight.
At power forward. And he came just like
Sean Kemp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Center. Z.
Brunas
Sagauskis. Now the off guard and three.
Chris Mills. Oh, okay. Who was it?
Cedric Henderson was the 3, and I think Wesley Person was the 2.
I agree with that. I agree with Wesley Person at the 2.
Yes, and Mike Fratello was the coach.
Wow. Yeah.
And off the bench was Derek Anderson.
98.
Vitaly Potapenko.
Vitaly.
Man.
That's when we got him and Z like back to back in that draft.
Yes, in the draft. Yes. Shout out to the Cavs. I hope y'all do well. Oh,
Cavs.
Yep. And Andre Miller came a little bit later on, but he was part of some Cavs teams.
Yeah, no, he had to be there around that time, right?
I don't know. I know Brevin Knight was the point guard.
Okay, he either came right after that or yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think he came right after and everything. Yeah, we said Zydrunas.
Yeah,
and Zydrunas set the world on fire because he was like the MVP of the rookie All-Star game back then.
Yeah, because he was 7'3" and was kind of moving around before the feet went bad.
Yes. And think about it, all that to move forward to Wimbiana when he comes into the league.
That dude's gonna be different. It's going. Hopefully, our guy is different by that time too. So
right, Eben Mobley is on his way.
He's showing flashes, and as long as he keeps getting stronger, he's gonna be a force out here.
They say that dude beasting now in the weight room.
Let's go. We need Rick to go and train that man.
Exactly. But this K the host, and that's Mr. EC Sean C. And for Loc'D On Sports 216, we got one more comment.
Oh, okay.
One more comment. Let's see what we got. Wow. No, he didn't say Bob Sura. Al said
Bobby Sura.
Did he win the dunk contest? No, he didn't win the dunk contest.
No, he didn't win.
No, he didn't win. But
he competed. Yeah, he was a competitor, but he didn't win it. Bobby Sura.
Yes.
He got dunked on a couple times.
Shout out to James Foreman that's watching. Shout out to all y'all that watch. We come on every Thursday at 7 p.m. Hopefully next Thursday I won't have as many distractions. But hey.
Yes. And if you guys keep commenting like this, we'll extend.
We'll extend. We'll go.
You support us. We rock. Hey, if you like us, we love you. We'll extend.
Exactly. We'll definitely extend. So
for sure.
We out. See y'all next week. And we might possibly, I don't know when, maybe month of May, great month, might start going on twice a week. Especially with the playoffs going on and everything. So
we see how it goes.
Yep. Also,
let's get the subscriptions up.
Yes, we got to get them subscriptions up, definitely. Also, good luck to the Guardians. Hope y'all have a successful season.
Yeah, we're going to have to see the results of that in the morning. I can't stay up to 10:30 start. I'm not going to see
1 o'clock. No,
I'll see the highlights at 4 a.m. That's all good.
But like I said, of the 3 teams, I have to really see it with the team by the lake.
I agree.
Real quick, though, let me ask you before we leave out, what do you think of the stadium issue real quick?
What you mean? What part?
Well, the Browns are saying, Jimmy Haslam and company are saying that they're willing to redo the present stadium.
I don't ride unless they're gonna put a dome on it. I don't ride with it.
And to be honest, if they do all that, that's gonna cost you. Might as well get a new stadium.
Yeah, because I kind of like the space. I do like where it's located, but the fact that it doesn't have a dome on it it's not going to work. We need a dome stadium just for our fans, because we have fans that love the Browns, and it's almost impossible to go out there in a snowstorm.
And I'm gonna tell you, it would have been a thing about 20, 30 years ago when I was 20 years old, but now at 53, soon to be 54. I ain't with sitting out there at 0. I'm going to be honest.
No.
I'll sit on my sectional in the house before I do that.
And the game has changed so much. And like the visuals of the game, like it's to the point where you can put yourself on the game on the NBA thing. You ever see that?
Yes.
Like you can virtually put yourself in the game. Like that's crazy. Into a live game. You can be Donovan Mitchell. So why would I go and freeze to watch better
plus,
cup
with a new stadium, it's many more possibilities of more events.
That's what I'm saying. And people, just the comfort of it.
Yes.
Yeah, just the comfort. Like you just said, we can have more concerts, more like say festivals, events, whatever.
You could possibly you could possibly get a playoff game for college football.
Super Bowl.
You could get the chip, or like you said, a Super Bowl.
Yep.
NCAA Final Four.
Yeah, it would bring a lot more revenue in for sure.
Yes. The
I agree.
possibilities is endless. But
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
need the
with.
dome.
I'm not. If they say you want to vote on a referendum to restore that old stadium there, I'll be like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, my vote is definite no.
No.
Definite no.
But if you get to a new stadium, a new retractable roof or dome, either way, I'm with
Yes.
that. Thumbs up.
I'll take a retractable if they want to splurge for the
Yeah.
retractable where they can open it up when they have to. But I mean, on those bad days, it's got to be able to be closed off. That's crazy.
It's got to be closed.
It's no way.
It's got to be closed.
And to give our team a little bit of advantage, like especially how
Yeah.
we're constructed now. Like we want our teams to be fast.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, but
And
like
keep
I
the
said,
grass.
I have to see it in September before I make any reservations. Because don't get me wrong, Various did his thing, but we don't won the last 3 off seasons. Where we come up high and mighty and hyped, and what we get out of those? 8 and 9, 7 and 10.
That's what I was saying at the beginning. Like, are we running down that same path again? Like, I feel that little bit of optimism. My man Al T feel me when I say the big trouble in Little China. Like I said, I feel kind of invincible.
Check out. I'm just sitting on the wagon, waiting. I'm sitting on the wagon with the straw in my hand, with the straw in my mouth, waiting. Like, we'll see.
I'm gonna bring you around. Like once we start like spring camp or something, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, we the team. We them guys.
And I'm still gonna be like, I want to see it in September.
I'm trying.
I want to see it in September. Because I just want to see it in September. Because I look at it like this. When you made the trade for Deshaun, you basically said you're ready to contend for bigger things. So I need to see the bigger things.
Yeah, we pushed all the chips in.
Yes.
Come on, Al T. we on the elevator, baby. We on the elevator. We just drank the potion.
Yes. But anyway, we out. Next week, we'll see y'all. Y'all have a good week. Be safe.
Yes.
Love one another.
Always.
And we'll see y'all next week. Loc'D On Sports 216. We out.